Greetings, YouTube. Recently, Barack Obama made a comment about the current lot of Democratic candidates not going too far left when they were discussing topics and issues on the campaign trail. Now, it shouldn't come as a surprise, is that Obama has been pretty much supporting his buddy Biden. Um, and shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody that Obama made a comment about too far left, because Obama is a center-right corporate Democrat. He's an establishment Democrat. And he may be a really bright guy. He is a constitutional scholar. Yep. Um, Probably the best president we've had in the last, I don't know, since Kennedy. Um, but that doesn't mean that he isn't center-right and supporting the status quo. And even though I voted for him twice, uh, he's a war criminal and he should be in prison. He murdered lots of people with drones without trial, without justification, without congressional, permission. He just straight out fucking murdered them because he didn't like them. And in the process of trying to murder specific people, he murdered ancillary people. The collateral damage of just indiscriminately firing missiles from drones at targets. Um, and we'll never know actually how many people he murdered. But yeah, he should be in prison. As should Biden, for that matter, because Biden was involved in that as well. Uh, so even though I voted for him twice and fully supported him, and if Uncle Joe, who I don't want to be the candidate in 2020, gets the candidacy in 2020, I'll vote for him as well. I don't want Joe Biden to be the candidate. I want AOC to be the candidate, but I can't have the candidate I want. So the second best I can get is Bernie Sanders. And I'm hoping there's a Sanders Warren ticket, because even though I don't like much of Warren's politics, because she is far too much of an establishment. She likes uh, capitalism far more than I do. She's not all that progressive. She's not nearly as progressive as Sanders, and in my book, Sanders isn't nearly as progressive as AOC or I am. So I want a candidate that reflects my politics, or at least it gets as close to my politics as possible. And the only person in Washington at the moment that I can think of that gets close to that is AOC. So it doesn't shock me at all that Obama made a comment about too far left. But here's the thing. I'm too far left by his book. And I'm okay with that. That I've disappointed Obama because I'm not as establishment and middle of the road and center-right corporatist makes me happy. Because I believe fully that we should have universal health care, and that we should make sure the markets serve the people and not the people serve the markets. Um, Making sure that war criminals are brought to trial and that we bring the defense budget down. Making sure that corporations pay their taxes and billionaires pay their fair share. I heard something recently, or actually I read something recently, that if Bill Gates were to lose 99% of his entire wealth, he would still be making $330,000 a day for the rest of his life. I'm okay if Bill Gates loses 99% of his wealth. He didn't earn it. He made it at the back of other people, and nor did he start his corporation in a garage. Like all of the tech bros, he came from wealth. He came from privilege. And they started things by their pulling up their own bootstraps is bullshit. Just like every other aspect of capitalism, it's bullshit. And politicians that support that are also full of bullshit. I believe that the police should be held accountable. I would also like to improve the quality of police in America. For example, requiring a minimum of an associate's degree in some kind of related field, related topic to law enforcement, and then a year of police training. It takes longer to become a hairdresser in America than it takes to become a cop. That's not bullshit. Go look it up. I'd like to improve their level of pay. to make it a profession, a true profession, and not being viewed as a blue-collar job, which it shouldn't be viewed as. And I would like most of the cops not even friggin' have guns because they don't need them. They shouldn't. They're out there to serve the people, not just to kill people indiscriminately and get away with it. I want to take care of economic inequality. I want to make sure that we have health care and education, and that no person in America is ever homeless or hungry. And we can do all of these things. We have the wealth to do it. It just inexplicably, we are allowing the billionaires to hoard that wealth and to keep it out of circulation, because money that's not in circulation isn't helping us. For every $1 that's in circulation, it does $5 worth of work in the economy. Money is the fuel of the economy. And if you hoard the fuel, particularly in offshore accounts, so it's not even on the books for taxes and such, you're not helping the economy. You're not a captain of industry. You're just a parasite. So yeah, I'm too far left, and I'm damn proud of that fact, because every right you have in America was acquired by progressives. Every single right you have. People fought and died for those rights. And now that we got close to having some of them, those powers that be decided that, well, we can just buy the government and make sure those rights don't ever get exercised. Make sure those rights are never actually expressed. So the wealthy buy the government, and then the economists and the pundits justify the purchasing of the government and hide the fact that the government was purchased. So yeah, it's all bullshit. And Obama's words are just as much bullshit. So yeah, I'm too far left, and I am really damn proud of that.